Hello, Team Believe. I'm coming to you live this evening with some tips on how to grow your customer base. I have 10 of those listed here, and I have them written down here, so I might be looking down every once in a while. But I want you to grow your customers. Your customers will equal your sales, which equals, of course, the amount of money you're going to make off of your business. If you're making money, you're more apt to stay in this business. So whether you've been in business for 1 week, 1 month, or 1 year, I really want to focus on how can we get more customers into our business and see everybody's sales increase. So tip number one, everywhere you go, hand out your marketing materials. What are your marketing materials? For us, it's our Avon brochure. I will be posting this in my YouTube channel, so if you're with another company, it could be marketing flyers. It could be your business card. But everywhere you go, be sure you are handing someone where you are at something about your business. It could be, okay, you got to stop and get gas today. Instead of paying outside, go inside, talk to the sales clerk, ask them how their day is going, and then just kindly ask them, you know, I'm a new Avon representative in this area, and would you like to see a brochure? Or would it be all right if I left a brochure here occasionally? I have yet to have anybody tell me no. Now, that doesn't mean everybody buys, but at least I'm getting my materials out in front of people so they can see it. And so my name is getting out there to people that, oh, she's the Avon lady. So be sure everywhere you go, doctor's office, grocery store, when it comes time to go back to school, make sure you're going in that school and giving them your marketing materials. Okay, you go out to eat with someone, you're sitting at the table, the waitress comes several times to check on you, to check on your meal, to check on your refills. Maybe you'll wait till the end so you don't, you're still having conversation with the people that you're with, but at the end, she's bringing you your bill. You can kind of mention your business to her then. To say, hey, I think you'd be really great at doing what I do. Immediately, she's going to say, oh, really? What do you do? Right there, a door opener for you to give her information, hand her a business card, hand her a flyer or something, and get a 30-minute commercial is what they call it, kind of in your head as far as what you're going to say about what do you do, so that it sounds good, it sounds professional. Get that kind of in your head, say it out loud to yourself when you're alone somewhere and see how it sounds. Just something short and sweet, because you don't want to have it really, 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 really long, because she's going to be standing there listening to you like, I got to get to my next table. I'm losing tips over there. I can't be standing here talking to you for an hour. So just something short and sweet that says, here's what I do. Would you be interested in more information? Just leave it at that. Or, here's what I do. Could I get your number and send you more information? It's just something short and simple. Leave it short and simple. But brochures, business cards. And number 2, flyers. There you can print flyers out. You've probably seen them in the stores before, the kind that have the little tear strip that if you want, if you want that, let's say somebody has a lawnmower business, mowing yards, and you're like, oh my goodness, I'm busy this summer, I need somebody to mow my yard. What do? You tear the little number off, the phone number, you take it home with you, and you call the person when it's convenient for you to find out exactly what they charge, what they do, where they're from, so forth. Why can't you have a flyer? So the tear off flyers is what I call them, where you can tear your phone number off. You can put, I've seen the, anywhere there's a bulletin board, I've seen bulletin boards in grocery stores, sometimes back by the restrooms. I've seen bulletin boards in gas stations. A few like mini mart type stores. I've seen a bulletin board at Kroger's before. So just anywhere there's like a bulletin board where you can get that flyer up there, so where when people stop to look at that bulletin board to see what's on there, there's your information. Now you can also put business cards up there. Now sometimes you have to ask permission to put things on the bulletin board, and sometimes you don't. You'll just have to check where you're at if it's something that you have to ask permission ahead of time. But be sure to get your, do up some flyers. Do one. There's some that's out there already on our back office that you can print. Do one up of your own. Anything that says your company, a little bit about what your company is about, so everybody knows, okay, what is this? If your company's not recognizable to people, but with us, with Avon, everybody knows pretty much what Avon is. But say on the flyer, kind of, what it is that you're gearing towards. If it's one product, you may want to have an image of that product on the flyer. And then, text or call me. Be sure to put text or call, because a lot of people nowadays love communicating through text. And if you just have call, some people be like, I'm not going to call. But they're more apt to text you. So I usually put text/call. Put your website on there in case they want to go directly to your website and check it out and see what it's about. But okay, that's number 2, flyers. Number 3, wear items that have your company name or logo on them. So be sure you're wearing something occasionally that has your company name and logo on it. So T-shirts, you guys have seen me with some Avon shirts before. Hats. If you can't afford a T-shirt or a hat right now, there's a place that has buttons, little buttons that you can pin on your shirt, a button that you could pin on your purse, so that when you set your purse up on the counter, there's this little button that says something about Avon. I love Avon. I'm the Avon lady. Anything, I think it's called Love My Buttons. Molly Stone in Onward has talked about it before. You can go to her site and check out to be sure that's what it is, but they sell all kinds of buttons for Avon representatives. So be sure you have something that has your company name or their logo on it and you're wearing it. Because why? What happens? Okay, if I have a T-shirt on that says Avon and I'm walking through a grocery store and everybody looks over and sees Avon, they automatically will wonder or assume I'm an Avon lady. If they are wanting Avon, they might approach me and say, are you an Avon person or an Avon lady? And then ask for a brochure, or they may come to me and say, oh my gosh, I've been looking for one. I don't have one right now, an Avon representative right now. I need some Skin So Soft, or so you're advertising your business, you're getting it out there to others that that's what your business is and that's what you're about. So it's another form of marketing your business. Number 4, wear and use the products that you sell. Now, I don't want you to break the bank and go out there and buy $500 worth of products if you can't afford it. But each time you place an order, figure out what it is that you can buy. Can you buy a lipstick? Can you buy a shampoo? Because, hey, we all need shampoo. We all need deodorant. Buy one of the shampoos and try it. When you are using the products yourself, you're more apt to have a testimony of your own as far as what you love about the products. If you're using the skincare, someone says, man, your skin looks so amazing. What are you using? Door opener. I'm using Avon. Matter of fact, I'm an Avon representative. Would you love my business card, or would you love a brochure? I can get, we can figure out what products are best for you, and we can get you some products and get you started on some. So be sure you're wearing and using the products. There's nothing more embarrassing, especially when it comes to like makeup, fingernail polish, jewelry, to be standing in line somewhere, someone look at you and say, oh my gosh, I love those earrings. Where did you get them? And you say, the store down the street. Versus saying, why, they're Avon. Did you know Avon has an amazing products like this? That's why I signed up to sell it, because I am so in love with the products. Would you like to see a brochure? Because I believe these earrings are still available. So just, it's a door opener to a conversation to let them know that, this is my business. Would you be interested? Not that you're pushing anything on anybody, but just, that door opener so that you can get your foot in the door and kindly announce, this is the products that I sell. Would you be interested in looking at a catalog, a brochure, anything? Would you be interested in viewing my website? I have my own website. We all have our own websites, but you can kind of put it out there like, hey, I have my own website. Would you like to go to my website and shop? Because I'd like to give you my link to my website address. Matter of fact, we can get our phones right here, and I can connect you to my website. So that was number 4. Be sure you're wearing the products that you sell. Wear the fragrances. A new fragrance comes out, be sure you have the fragrance. Even if you only get 1 bottle of it, to try it. If you can't afford the bottle, be sure you get the samples. Be sure you wear the samples. Get enough samples to pass out to people, but also so that you can wear it every day. And put that sample on every day. I mean, it'd be better if you could get the bottle, because you could spray the bottle on, and then you could take the bottle with you. And as you're talking to people, hey, we just came out with this awesome fragrance. I've been wearing it. See, would you like to smell? Oh my gosh, that smells amazing. What's it called? Well, I have it right here. Would you like to try it on? So, make sure you have those products on you. Number 5, every day be sure you get 3 new names and phone numbers as potential new customers. 3 new names and phone numbers. Okay, you already have your set of customers you're already servicing. This is 3 additional people who have never purchased from you before. So be sure every day you're canvassing and going places looking for new customers. Taking your marketing materials that we just talked about and approaching people whether that's approaching businesses, approaching individuals with those marketing flyers, getting names and phone numbers. So, the examples I used before. Yes, I'd love to see a brochure. Great. You get it out, hand it to her, and say, I would love to be able to text or call you the next time my order comes in or goes in. Would it be all right if I had your phone number? Sure, here's my phone number. Okay, and what did you say your name was? So that I can get you down in my book. Write her name down, write her phone number down. You may even put a little blurb in your notebook that you should be carrying around. Dollar General has $1 notebooks. You can even put one in your purse so you have one with you everywhere you go. Joanne, phone number, met her at the Dollar General. Wherever you met her, just so she kind of sticks in your head who she is. If you're doing 3 new names and phone numbers a day, and you only do it 5 days a week, because, let's say you take the weekends off, that's 15 new potential customers a week. And our orders go in every 2 weeks. So 30 new customers or potential customers. And before your order goes in, maybe 2 days before your order goes in, start calling those people and just, approaching them with something like, hey, Joanne, this is Teresa. I met you at the Dollar General a few days ago. Well, I'm getting ready to place my next Avon order, and I just wanted to check to see if you needed anything right now. And she might say, yeah, I was meant to call you the other day, got busy and forgot to call you. So let me grab the book just a second. So be sure you're doing that. Be sure you're following up with everybody, your current customers and the new people that you're going to be getting names and numbers for. Because a lot of times people get busy just like you and they forget to call you, or sometimes 2 weeks can go by fast. So be sure you're following up with everybody that you get names and numbers for. Okay, number 6, do events. Events can be one example of an event is an event that you have to pay for to have a table there at an event. It could be a fair, a festival. I did one not too long ago. It was called a merchant mingle, but basically it was vendors with tables there. Those are paid events. So it's a little bit of investment, but depending on the amount of traffic they have at that event, you can really get a lot of customers all in one setting. So sometimes events are a few hours, sometimes they're 1 day, sometimes they're 2 or 3 days. So it's up to you what events you pick. Go out there and Google for events in your area. Look on Facebook for events coming up, and get connected with some events. Try one, at least one, and see how you do. You don't have to have a lot of product. If you do have product and it's an event where you can sell, because some events aren't, but if it's an event that you can sell, set what products you have out and take orders for the other products that you do not have. If someone approaches your table and let's say you don't have any Skin So Soft right now, and they say, oh my gosh, do you have Skin So Soft? Just say, no, I'm sorry, I don't have any right now, but I can order you some. Actually, I can get on my phone right now and we can place an order on my website and have it shipped directly to your house. Or you can get the order and put it in your order cart and bring it to her if she's someone that lives close enough to do that, if she's not wanting to go online and purchase that way. So that is one example of event, is a paid event. Do, you know, kind of think about how much money you want to invest in the event before, you know, you decide on whether that's too much money or not. The last event I did, it was $10 for the booth space that I had, and they provided the table. I do have some tables at home. I have 2 tables at home that I got at Walmart. And you can get a table, a very nice tablecloth that says Avon on it, through our Town and Country. If you can't do that, you can also just go and get some really nice material from Walmart in their fabric section, or Joann's. If you can't do that, if you can't find anything really nice or anything that looks professional looking there, which I think you will, but I've also seen other vendors use the plastic table covers that you use for like parties and stuff. So you can use that until you get enough funds to get you a really nice table cover. So that's a paid event. The second one is a non-paid event, and basically what you're going to do is you're going to approach a business somewhere where the traffic is nice, you know, quite a bit of traffic flowing through as far as customers. Maybe a plaza shopping area, and pick one of the little stores in that plaza. Approach the manager, go inside and ask, you know, tell them, you know, what you're there for, and you know, you'd like to talk to a manager about setting up a table. So when the manager approaches, just, you know, be nice, pleasant, put a smile on, sound professional as you can, as confident as you can, and just, you know, say, hi, my name is Teresa, and I'm a local Avon representative in the area, and I was just wondering if I could set up a table outside of your store on a, you know, one day, maybe on a Saturday, for maybe 2 or 3 hours. I won't sell any products there, but what I'll have is brochures and flyers that I will pass out, and try to get my name out to as many people in our area. And if you would like for me to, I would also pass out one of your flyers that you may have, a sale you may have going on right now, or if you have a flyer, I would also pass that out along with mine as I'm approaching and talking to people. So, and just leave it at that and see what the manager says. A lot of times they will say yes. So it's no problem as long as it's a small table. You're not, you know, getting in the way of the customers getting into the building, like you're over to the side. Keep it small, professional, nothing, you know, nice looking. You know how to do it. So just keep it small. And then the other event that I want to mention is tailgating. And tailgating is where you put all your supplies in the back of your vehicle, and you will have a mixture of your marketing materials. You will have the other events too, you're going to want to have a contact form. Maybe you could have a drawing for a product, or register here to sign up for a free basket. What that does is it gets them to give you their name, their phone number, their address, how do they want to be contacted, via text, via phone call, via email. It gives a space for them to give their email address. But at the bottom, it says, yes, I do want an Avon representative. Yes or no, I do want an Avon brochure. Yes or no, I would like an Avon party. Yes or no. So that information is so useful to be able to come back after your event is over, sit down, go through your, you know, the bunch of contact forms that you get and make phone calls to each one of those people. And even the ones that say, no, I don't want an Avon party. No, I don't want to be serviced by an Avon person. Typically, I will call them and just thank them for stopping by my table. And that one more last step of getting me in their brain of like, oh my goodness, she was a really nice Avon person. So, and, you know, getting my number on their phone. So they have my number right there. And at the end, you know, we'll just save my number on your phone if you wouldn't mind as the Avon lady. That way, if you ever needed anything, my number's right there and you can text or call me. So that is another example of an Avon event. Oh, with tailgating, what I needed to mention. With tailgating, you go somewhere, a nice area that's got traffic, like I mentioned before, and these I don't ask permission. I just go, open up my trunk. I have a sign that says free Avon. I put it on the side of my vehicle, towards the road, towards the intersection, anywhere it's visible for the traffic to see. People come over to see what is free. I have my brochures. I have my sample packs, or bombitas, as Milagros calls them. And then I also have my contact form, and I have a free drawing for a product or a basket of products or whatever I have available at that time. And they are coming to me. They are already interested in free Avon. So they are approaching me. So for those of you who are shy, this is a great way to get people to approach you about your business so that you don't have to approach them. They are approaching you first, but once they get there, be prepared with, you know, what are you going to say and what are you going to talk about? Kind of play it in your head. And once you say it 2 or 3 times, then you'll have it for the rest of the time that you do tailgating. There's some days you can go there for just an hour or 2, and you can get 20, 30 contacts. There's some days you'll go and you only get 5 or 10. There's some days you'll get customers and people who want to sell Avon. So it's a great way, another great way to get you and your business out there in the community so everyone knows you are the Avon lady that they need to contact. If they think of Avon, you want them to see your face and think of you. So that is another thing, events. That was all about events. So number 7 is customer referral. And this one I use occasionally. So, you know, you're already giving excellent customer service, right? So, you know, you're already, when you say I'm going to be there on Thursday, you're there on Thursday. If you promise to do something for a customer, you do it. You call ahead of time, let them know when your order is going in. You call them when the order arrives and tell them how much, schedule the delivery. If they have an issue with a product, you're there to help them and service them and take care of them. Treat your customers as if you would want to be treated. And if you want to think about it as, you know, when you're eating out in a restaurant. You know the difference between the waitresses that have given you excellent service versus the ones that were crappy. The ones that never came and checked on you, the ones that never came and seen if you needed a refill and you had to holler for her. Don't let your customers have to holler for you. You go and check on your customers. And what I mean by that, you don't have to physically drive there all the time, but you call them, or whatever their means of communication they have told you they like, via text, via phone call. You be sure you're checking on your customers. Get to know your customers. Learn what they like. Learn what they don't like. Learn their dogs' names. Learn their cats' names. Get to know them on a personal level. When you go there and you're standing at her doorstep and she's getting ready to hand you the money, look around the room. See what's on the walls. Is there family pictures on the walls? Is there a curio cabinet full of collectibles? Take note. Take mental note of things that you see. Not that you're being like nosy and walking through our house, but when you see things, you will store it in your memory bank better as far as who that customer is, what she likes. If you need to, when you get out in your car, jot that down in your little notebook. Mary Smith, that lives on Church Street, she had a whole curio cabinet of Disney figurines. So, bingo, if or when we ever have a Disney character come out, you might want to contact Mary and notify her. But even if we didn't, you just remember your customers, not only by the products that they buy from you, but who they are as individuals. It will help you relate to them more. And then by you relating to them more, they're going to relate to you and love you more. So get to know your customers. And then once you know your customers and you're giving them that great customer service that we mentioned, ask them, hey Mary, would you happen to know anybody else that would like to see an Avon brochure? Or do you have a friend that if I left you another brochure along with yours, could you take them this brochure? So ask for referrals. Or, hey Mary, your neighbor, do you think she would like a Avon brochure? And then offer her a little incentive for bringing customers to you. It could be something small, something that doesn't eat at your pocket, but it's, something that helps her, whether that's free hand lotion or whether it's 10% off of her order. 10%, oh my goodness, you're already going to be making 20 to 50. Let's hope you're up in the 40s or 50s because you're going to make President's Club or higher. And be sure you're offering her something for a customer referral. And then she'll be more apt to bring customers to you. So that was number 7, customer referrals. Number 8 is have parties. You can have Facebook parties. You can have home parties. Or you can have silent book parties. If you say, Teresa, I am way too busy for a home party and way too busy for a Facebook party, I just don't have time for that, then be sure you're doing silent book parties. There's nothing to a silent book party. You take, let's say, 5 to 10 books and an order book that we get for free with Avon. You find a hostess, someone who's willing to host. You take those books to her. You tell her, pass these out to your friends, get the orders, and have some sort of hostess reward sheet or program where you reward her for her sales that she brings to you. So be sure that, she pays you before you give her the products. Always be sure you're getting paid before that you hand anybody the products. But with a book party, she can go out and get a couple $100 worth of sales, and it's like having a helper. So have a silent book party if you don't have time for home parties. But I love home parties. I swore up and down I was never going to do a home party because I have an 8 to 5 job as an accountant. Then I have my Avon business that I'm trying to grow. So when I first signed up, I said, I'm not doing any parties. Well, I had a girlfriend that talked me into doing a party for her last fall. I loved it. Oh my gosh. It is so much fun. Got in there, laughed, giggled, played games, talked about my business, talked about the products, talked about the opportunity, what it meant to be an Avon representative, talked about how much fun I'm having. It was great. And I went there for 1 hour. I got to meet 10 new women. So I got my name and number out to 10 new people in 1 hour. Plus I got the sales from that party. So parties are an excellent way to get your name and your business out there to people. Okay, so number 9 is going door to door or going business to business. Now, me personally, I go business to business because I do a lot of things by myself. I do them on my lunch hour because I do work an 8 to 5 job, as I just mentioned. So on my lunch hour, I'll grab a Coke or water or whatever, and I'll go to businesses and introduce myself and, tell them I'm the local Avon representative. Would they like to see a brochure? And would it be okay if I continued bringing brochures occasionally? And then when they say yes, I mark them down on a sheet for a continual cycle every 2 weeks to get a new brochure from me. And I don't stop until they say no. I love businesses because you can go to one business and get 2 to 20 women all in one spot. Now I have a mentor who's in my upline who loves going door to door. She loves the door to door interaction. So either way, whatever you like to do, get out there and try it. Take some extra brochures that you should have on hand at all times. Take them with you. Let's say you want to make sure you have 10 to 20 extra brochures. Walk into business, ask them what I just told you. Would you like to see an Avon brochure? They say yes, and leave them 2 or 3. Go to the next business, do the same. Keep doing that, and make a note of where you've been and who said yes, because the more you do, you don't want to lose track of who you need to follow up with. Be sure you're getting names and numbers. So-and-so at the insurance place. So-and-so at the hair salon. So-and-so, make sure you make a list of everybody. So the next 2 weeks, number 1, you can call them before you place your order. You're going to call them before you place your order. See if they wanted anything. If you haven't heard from them, you're calling them. Number 2, next time you have order books or brochures that need to go out, you don't forget them. You're going to give them a book. So I put their name down and the number of books that I gave them, just so that I know the next time I go in there, oh, I leave 2 books in that business, so I need to take 2 books in there. Oh, that hair salon, I left 5 books. So this time I'm giving them 5 more. So I put the business and how many books down on my sheet of paper to keep track. So that was number 9, going door to door or going business to business. The only thing I'd say is if you're going door to door, just be careful. Go with a friend. Go with someone in your downline. Go with someone, even if she's a non-Avon person and she's your bestie, take her with you, or do it in your little community where you live and where you're fairly comfortable with the people who live there. Just play it safe. Always be safe. Go to the door. I've not seen any problems. I've seen other representatives talk about going door to door. I would just say, be sure you take a friend with you. If you plan on going by yourself, make sure it's in a community that you are safe in. And other than that, go business to business. And number 10, the last one is tossing. So you hear Molly talk about this a lot. She has a couple of videos on tossing. So be sure you're always buying more brochures than you have customers. If you have 30 customers, be buying 60 to 100 brochures. I buy 100 brochures every time, every campaign. Those extra ones that are not going to my regular list of customers are for me to go out canvassing for new customers, going to new businesses. I just talked to the lady in the store, and she said yes to seeing a brochure. So there was another brochure. Always be sure you have extra brochures. The brochures are your store, basically. If you don't have brochures, how are you going to get people to buy? And how are you going to get your name out there? Okay, you can get it out there with business cards and flyers, but people really love looking at the products in those brochures. So if you can't do that, then you're going to need to direct them to your website. So I'm going to save social media to a whole new video, and we'll do more with social media. But for this, that was your top 10 ways of getting new customers. Write these down, replay this video if you need to, think about them, make a plan on how you're going to do each one, and do it. Try it at least. Implement, a couple of them, then try a couple more. Implement them in your business. See how many new customers you get. I guarantee if you implement these in your business and you're consistent with it, you don't just do it one day and stop and say, I didn't even get any customers today, Teresa. You got to keep on doing it. Even if you do it this campaign and you get no customers, keep on doing it. Because what's going to happen is you will get customers. And you might even get some of the ones that didn't call you this time, they may call you next time. Because just because they didn't have the money to buy this time, or they didn't see anything in the book that they couldn't live without, don't mean they're not going to see anything the next time. So stay consistent, keep getting those brochures out, keep working your business every day. And I heard one other person in a video say this, and it just sticks in my head. So I don't know if this will help you, but I'm hoping it does. But get up and go to your business every day. Okay? Treat this as if it is an 8 to 5 job, or even more. Be sure you show up for your job every day. So, okay, I have an 8 to 5 office job. If I don't show up for my job, what happens? I don't get paid. If you want paid by your Avon business, show up every day. Work your business. Canvas for new customers. Do your customer service. Continually work your business. If you show up for 1 hour this week, expect a paycheck for 1 hour. So if you want to climb to the top, if you want to make a good size amount of money with your business, then you put in the hours that it takes. You work the work. You do the do, from what I've heard before. Do the do. Work your plan. Make your plan and work it. So that's all I have for you this evening. Go back and replay this if you just came in late. And one other thing I wanted to mention on the business cards, Lisa Wilbur had a video on a new app for an electronic business card, and I'm currently using it, and I'm getting some feedback on it, and I'm getting some old leads that said they wanted to sell Avon, but then never signed up. I sent my electronic business card out to them. I'm getting some feedback from them off of this electronic business card. It's amazing. It has a link to my store, and it has a link to join Avon. I will put that in the comments. It's called Shuffle is the app, and it's amazing. So I'll put that in the comments so that you can see that. Check it out. I think it's going to do great because there are a lot of people that love texting and messaging that way instead of talking to you and hearing your voice. So I'll put that in the comments. So if you have any questions over the 10 things that I mentioned, get with me. Let's go over this. If you want me to help you make a plan as far as what you need to do or where you should go or what you should try, communicate with me. Let me know. I'm here to help you as always. And I hope you guys have a blessed week and keep on working it. I'll talk to you next time.